Cambridge IGCSE basically is a curriculum based on Cambridge for high-level secondary. So we start at grade 9 and we will have the ending in grade 10 with the exam from Cambridge. And it basically the content of the curriculum Cambridge and the content of the national curriculum is quite similar, especially the science, and we can combine those two curriculums. So that's why we also choose Cambridge as an added value for our students. And but there are several things that Cambridge can provide that can support with our student skill. For example, like in science, they have more practical application, like they have laboratory skills that they have to develop, and they also have analytical thinking skills. So maybe the focus is a bit different, but the content is the same. So by having this both of curriculum for the science, we can have more complete or true skills of analytical thinking in science. So for 7 and 8, we have the Cambridge for lower secondary. So for Cambridge for lower secondary, we have English, science, and math. So we start from the early lower secondary, so they can be used to the how Cambridge works, how the pattern of thinking, and patterns of analytical thinking, because they have to start with the how to make hypothesis, and so how the concept can be applied in the real life, something like that. So while in IGCSE, they got a deeper content than the lower secondary. For IGCSE, we have another new two other subjects besides science and English and math. We have business studies and we have global perspective. These two subjects are different from what the students usually have in their previous years. So in business study, they have this practical application about how to run business, and in classes, students learn how to become like CEO of a company or something like that. I think this subject has create great interest in students about how they can run daily life as an entrepreneur probably, or a businessman. And while in global perspective, we learn a lot about how we see an issue from different perspectives. So in these subjects, our students are asked, and we develop how we can see an issue not only from our own perspective, but we need to respect other perspective too. And they learn how to analyze sources, evidence to support their arguments of something that they need to present. Like for example, they need to evaluate whether that is a reliable or biased evidence, which is nowadays is very important, because they need to select which news it's going to be valid or valuable for them or not. So the skills in global perspectives are very useful for them, for their research skills, also their analytical thinking skills. So these subjects also has great interest in students, because they can do debate, they can write something about the issue.